Welcome to Sleeping Dog Video. I want to show in this short video what I have planned for the next couple of upcoming videos for my 3D printing projects. So before I start on the EIBOS installing it and reconfiguring, this is my AMS Bambu Labs version 1 unit, and this is the EIBOS upgrade kit to do the drawing. And just check out my review of the short unboxing of the of this unit to see what it's all about. So I won't go into it here, but I wanted to show. So I'm going to do this next, and then I'm going to show you. So if I get out of the picture for a minute, I got a few. So I'm going to put these out of the way. I'm in my bedroom, so I have more table space. And to do the upgrades, here's one of the foam pieces. Okay, now let me see if I can take this out, because this is my second thing that I am, well, this is one of them. So I'll put up here several pieces to this one. This is I decided to do, because I've done before, and I'll show you the panel. I had this at our place called Tap Plastics, and this is the panel that has a hole in it the size of going out the window, so I can put so it can go out my window, and this is the right size for my not bedroom window. I guess it could work with that maybe too, but this is to go out my storage space back patio window, a sliding window. So I can put that in. And so I wanted to show a couple of things. This is kind of an unboxing slash showing what I'm doing for that real quick. These are the vents, so I can open and close for the vents. I think I have to go back to my research, but I researched how to put this together and did a lot of research on it. So I may include some links, which currently I haven't sold enough. I tried an Amazon affiliate link, and I didn't sell enough, so they discontinued my account. So that means I'm not getting paid for any of the things that I say on these channels. So if you buy anything, currently, you can buy it from me, which would be great, but just to show support. But I'm not getting, let me put you back up here so you can see my face, but I'm not getting any money so far from it. So, so I don't know if that would make any difference or not. It would show for me just how many people are willing to buy from my links, and whether my links are working and everything. So that part I would appreciate. So this I'm going to take. So that's innovative inline fan. Okay, so there's several units, pieces to this. There's those. I have the, somewhere here, I have the Y adapter that, that is going to hook, because I have the Elegoo Centauri Carbon and the Bambu Labs X1C printers. So I wanted them both to be able to use one system with the Y adapter and go out the window. That's why I needed, I think, these in the setup. So I could close off, because you don't want the fumes to backdraft one way or the other. But still, I'm learning all this. I haven't done this ever before. So together we can learn something. So this is the, this you can see is the Cloudline T4 AC Infinity unit. And that's for the fan. It's basically one that you use for a growing like vegetables tent or flowers. So to keep the humidity down and stuff. And I'm using it to exhaust fumes. And I think this is big enough, if it's not even overkill, but it's big enough to exhaust all the fumes out if I set it up correctly. So any thoughts on that that I should be looking at if I don't have something in this in all the stuff I bought and I need something extra, then you could point that out. I have, oh yeah, that's what I bought. So I bought one, this is the, so you can see, and then you can verify whether someone that's done it before can verify if I bought all the right parts. So that is, and if I'm on the right track at least. So that is the blower unit, and I think it's a, what do they go by? Cubic centimeters, which is the 4 unit opposed to the 600 or something cubic centimeters. So, and then this is fairly heavy, especially lifting it like that. And this is pretty big. You can see how you may think, and maybe I did an overkill on the volume of air, because I wanted and looked around how much volume of air I needed to exhaust out in order to make it relatively safe. You still want to use a respirator mask, which I have, and I got a 3M, and the cartridges, which were the right cartridges, because I called 3M and asked. And so it'll work for paint fumes as well as exhausting from a 3D printer. I'm using mainly now PETG. I find, as a quick side note, that PETG for me, everyone else says it's so, that I've read and lots of different reviews, that PETG is like a bear to use. And PETG filament in general, not counting any particular manufacturer of filament, I get it to work quite nicely. So that's one positive thing in all my 3D printing journey. So this is part of the journey, but this is supposed to be the filter. So the filtration system goes in here, and then you buy reusable filters for it. So this is the main unit, and I think it probably comes with maybe one filtration, because you're doing not only the carbon filters, but you're using the HEPA filters. So you're using HEPA filters for the bigger down to a certain size particles, and then the carbon filter for all the VOCs and everything else. And for my home, what do you call it, AC vac system, that, I'm going to swipe away my message, that is, I got a filter for that did, it has a carbon filter and a HEPA filter built into it. So I've been running that for 15 minutes on occasion, you know, a couple times a week to get it filtered out. And it says I can use it anywhere from 6 to 12 months and then change it out for my main AC system, which is under the house. There's a crawl space under my house. So basically, I think that's all it is, plus the tubing, corrugated tubing that goes between it. So I got the AC unit, I got the filter unit, which is all by AC Infinity. So I think I got the correct AC Infinity filter system, and then the AC blower fan system, and then I got these, which were pretty cheap, but in a pack of 6, as the backdraft filters, and if that was even necessary, but according to, I think, Gemini, when I was doing research, found out that well, I don't know if they're backdraft, they say 4-inch blast. So this is a 4-inch duct. So instead of a 6-inch or 8-inch. So it's a 4-inch, as you can see, blast gate. And I have to go back and research exactly what is, again a blast gate, but to the best of my recollection, has something to do with backdraft of the fumes getting in from one, since I want to use one tubing system with the Y adapter to go from both units. I didn't want to have to buy 2 of all of these, because that gets a little more expensive than I wanted to spend. So I'm hoping that that all will work together. And again, if any of you guys that have done this before want to comment on whether I need something else, or any caveats that I may run into that wouldn't be known for a newbie, even though I researched the heck out of it, I would appreciate any comments around that. So, and seeing if I'm doing it correctly, because reducing the fumes is very important. Now, after the years of 3D printing, I haven't gotten any like hay fever or anything, whatever you call it, from asthma from the 3D printing that you could get, but I do notice the fumes a lot more with my nose. So I figure that is not good, and it was worth something like $250 to $500 that I spent on the combined unit, somewhere in that neighborhood. So, and then if I put you on pause and be right back, I'll show you the duct, which is a little big, and you'll see why if you go back to my videos of that I was showing my back porch. You'll see how this is quite huge for the space I have on my back porch, but I didn't know how to do it efficiently enough with doing it any smaller than this. You know, I have the bento box, I didn't print it out. There's a printing out version, and then there's one that you can buy. I think it's Vauxhall, that company that makes filament, and I got the bento box, I believe, from them, and it was pre-printed, which I thought was pretty good, and didn't cost a whole lot, but has the filter cartridges, which you can reusable changing out. So that is great. And I've already installed that within each of the, I got 2 of them, and within each of the printers. And I'm thinking whether I actually did get 2 of them, and I believe so. But don't quote me on that, for each of my printers inside. So I did that. There, in one of the printers, there's a placeholder where you can 3D print a adapter module that holds the little rectangular cartridges, and you can get the ones that are the cartridges with the carbon, which I prefer, or just the ones that have the HEPA filter built in, and then whether you add a fan, an external fan, to that to help. So you can 3D print your own unit. So I have 2 of those that I already installed, that I might have made a video, whether I uploaded it or not. I might have made a video of that already. And that's about it right now. So those are the 2 main projects, which are going to take me at least a week, maybe longer. And then I'm going to get back to trying to print on my project that I've been working on for like 3 or 4 years. And you would think, you know, why I haven't got it finished. But if you know design and ever done design, and not just wanting to comment, but done design, you'll understand that it's not as easy as it may seem. The design may seem simple, what I'm doing to start, but everything I was doing about the design was a learning process. So I had to learn as well as figure out the design. This is my first design, if I get it commercially done, that I'm going to do next. And then I have my brother's boat that I have partially designed. I think I have to redesign the hull of the boat in ShapeR 3D. Nothing I say, I'm getting paid for. ShapeR 3D on the iPad is what I use to design. I have the M2 iPad Pro. And with the 1 terabyte hard drive, which gives you 16 gigabytes of RAM. If it's a 512 or under hard drive space, then you only get 8 gigabytes of RAM. Remember that if you're buying a new iPad Pro. And they're up to, I think, 4, they might have 5 out at the moment, the M5, Apple. And so I'm going to do his boat, which is one of the projects. And that I'm going to do as a maybe a 2 feet, and then whatever the comparable width. I have the dimensions, and I broke it down into what 2 feet long, what width that would be, to make it in proportion to the real size of a 53-foot DeFever trawler boat with a diesel engine. So it's not a sailboat. And some people have asked. And that's the one where we went to Mexico, and you can watch my Mexico from last year, my Mexico, or last year or this last year, starting in 2024 November. just kicked off the 2025 regatta rally that goes from San Diego through Cabo San Lucas in Mexico along the Baja Peninsula. We went on that, but we had to take our boat from San Francisco, California, Bay Area, all the way through Monterey, all the way to LA, then to San Diego. So on that trip, going up to it and then coming back, I did 2,300 sea miles. I got my boater's license, so I can't dock the boat yet. That's pretty hard and you need to be checked out. But I can pilot the boat underway, and I do all the deckhands and everything else. So I can do everything else on the boat. I just can't do the docking of the boat. And so my brother, the captain, and I'm usually first mate sometime, and a lot of times, and I'm definitely videographer for the trip. So you can watch all those videos on my channel, Sleeping Dog 2, the number 2, all one word. And that's my channel under trips. And I also have a trip video that I went to a tennis conference in Hawaii recently, and that is of the 2 hotels, one where the tennis conference was for a tennis industry conference, and then where the hotel I stayed at. If you want to find out whether you like the hotel I stayed at, watch my trip videos from Hawaii. It's Kona, Hawaii, the district of Kona, on the big island of Hawaii, called, I think, the Hawaiian Island or something, the Hawaii Island. But they call it the Big Island because Hawaii is considered the whole number of islands. And so then they found out it was kind of confusing. So they, meaning I guess the government or something of Hawaii or so forth. I don't know if I have the complete history right. It's just a gist of what I remember reading. That now they call it the Big Island, which is the biggest island in Hawaii. And Kona is on the side of the island that gets the least amount of rain. On the other side of the island, it gets like, I don't know, 27, 50 inches of rain, some huge number of rain on that side and on the top of the island. On the side where Kona is, it only got a smaller, reasonable number of rain. So I really enjoyed the hotel I stayed at. So just check out that video. It's a pretty extensive walkabout. It's part of my walkabout series. Also, I just finished all my car racing from Monterey in August. So I finally finished all those videos, and it was hard editing to get the color correct and everything. So that's why it took me so long to get back to my 3D printing. So this is the Y duct that I bought. It's made out of aluminum. These are the clamps. So when I put on the corrugated tubing, I can clamp it down. Now this is relatively large. I didn't realize how large it was going to be. It didn't cost a whole lot. I think it was 10 or 12 bucks maybe for it. And it was 200 and something for the AC blower unit, and maybe 100. I'm pointing over to where on my bed. I don't want to turn around well, I can, I guess. Turn around down here for you guys. I'm going to put this down. I'm on my gimbal. So this unit right here is the filter unit. And I think they might be inside. I have to see how this comes apart and everything. It has a little latch here. I think these are making sure that my that this is still working. Yeah. And then, okay, now I think these are um, square filters that then you can replace inside. That's why it's a square box with round holes. So what's the funny saying? Putting a round hole into a square hole into a round square peg into a round hole. You know, they adapted this so it's round here but square here. And then this is the one again that, I'll go back down, is that's the AC unit, and I think it was something like 230, don't quote me on it. I got all this from Amazon. So just go to Amazon until I get the links up, just go to Amazon for all the stuff. But then I'll go back up so you can see me. So those are basically the parts. So now if there's probably a power unit and everything in the AC unit. So this is a wrap up, which is these are the parts I got, and consider a corrugated tubing on each of this part. And if there's anything I missed getting that I need in order to go through, now again, it is, I'm opening the window just far enough for this to slide in the window, and then I'm going to butt up the window to here, and so it'll fit in the window. So, and then I might need a adapter for this part, unless this may be a bit too big. Yeah, no, that I don't want to fall, but that you can see does fit inside this opening. So whether I had printed up one adapter already many months ago to fit over the top, it had a, so I was thinking that the adapter would go in here, and then I would have a square around the hole. So think of that as, let me put this down. So this is round, and then a square piece bigger around here, and that would screw into the plexiglass. I would drill holes and then screw it into the plexiglass, and that would hold it on. And then I would connect my corrugated tubing to it, and I don't know whether I will have on this project, whether I will have, let me see if I can put this down not to bang my nice iPhone 17 camera. Okay, so this, I don't know if I'm going to have it go like that, or the square go like this, and the round part be sticking out, so then I can hook the corrugated tubing to it. I have to rethink that. But that's basically what my setup was like. So again, as the final wrap up, if you have any suggestions on what I've overlooked or what else I need to buy, or just to comment, you're on the right track, just if you want to make a small comment like that, yes, you're on the right track, think XYZ, you don't have to do anything elaborate if you don't want to. Just a quick comment of where I've gone wrong, or where or what else I need to think about. I know that eventually, maybe in your room, you're supposed to have like a meter that tells you how many parts per million your fumes are in your room. So I may want to get one of those as well. But for this particular side of the project, I wouldn't mind a few comments on what I can do right or wrong, because that'll help others in the industry, newbies and such, that are wanting to do this. And we all want to be safe, and we all want to be happy printing. This is, this is the actual filter. That what I showed you was, I guess, the cabinet, and this is pretty heavy, and this is the actual filter. Now, this may be what you're seeing, maybe just the outside of the filter, and then there may be a reusable filter inside that you replace. Now, I don't know, if I can't remember if it's a filter or if it's like, you know, the carbon granules that you put in here, or if it's a actual round filter that then goes in here. This is John for Sleeping Dog Video.